Okay, and we're back. All right, let's come from here. If you're still with me, let's grab, if you have a blanket handy and if you're close to a wall, I'm going to use my bed. Um, let's fold the blanket so that you've got a little bit of cushion. So mine looks like this. It's probably an inch or two thick. It can be thicker. You don't need it if you don't want it. We're going to do legs up the wall. So again, you can use a wall here. And if you don't have a wall or a couch or bed nearby, no worries. You can just bring the feet up into the air. So I'll show you what legs up the wall would look like. So you'd bring your hips towards your wall or towards your surface, and then you'd swing the legs up. So the feet can be up like this. You can relax them if you're by a couch or a bed. And if that's where you are, stay there. If you're in the middle of the room, that's cool too. Again, you can prop the hips up and bring the sacrum onto the hips and then extend the legs long. They can be a little bent too. Wherever you are, be there. I've gotten up from my legs up the wall, but you stay put where you are. I'll call you out. Notice how heavy the pelvis can be. Can you go looking through the body and see where there's tension, where there's holding, where there doesn't need to be? And then what if you send some breath or some intention there? I know it sounds silly to say breathe into your hips, but let's just imagine that we could send breath into the hips. Spoiler, it's really just about sending awareness there. And sometimes the visualization of the breath can help with that. So if we could breathe into the hips or if we could breathe into the shoulders, or wherever it is that you've got some tension, some holding, what does that feel like? Are there other parts of the body that are calling to you? Sometimes the feet will get cold, or there might be some tingling in the feet or the legs. That's cool. If it's too much or it doesn't feel great, just bring the feet down. You can roll onto your side. Wherever you are, coming to the breath. Where do you feel the breath the most? How does the breath move the body? Can we come back to using the breath as a type of anchor? An anchor to here and now. Can the breath keep us present? And as always, if mind comes in and starts chattering, that's okay. If ego starts telling us a story, however vibrant or dramatic, can we notice that with compassion and come back to the breath, come back to the sensations, come back here. We'll be here for probably another minute or two, but again, if it gets uncomfortable or you just want to come out of it, you'll bring the knees down and roll over to your side. Excuse me. Wherever you are, watching the breath. All right. And if you haven't already, then let's slowly bring the knees down and roll onto this side. Take a moment to pause here, cradle the head with the arm, and let the body sink one more time. And then we're going to make our way into our final resting pose. So this is where the blanket might be handy again, or if you've got a pillow, I like to roll up the blanket and put it beneath my hamstrings. But if you don't have that or don't want to do that, that's cool too. Maybe you cover yourself up to be warm, and then we lie down. Again, I'm getting up, but that's just so I don't fall asleep on you and I can call you back out. And let the body sink. Coming back to this idea of spaciousness and ease. Perhaps noticing first where in the body there is spaciousness. And inevitably, when we notice spaciousness, we might notice the opposite of that as well. And when we notice those not so spacious places, can we invite some ease there with the exhale? A little bit of dropping, a little bit of sinking, a little relaxing. In fact, let's scan down through the body, inviting ease, inviting a release. Start at the top of the head with the crown and the scalp, down the forehead, through the eyebrows and the nose, releasing along the temples and cheeks, top of the lip, bottom of the lip, the jaw. Let go of the tongue. Let it float in the middle of the mouth, and you might swallow a couple times to release the throat. Front of the neck, the back of the neck. The shoulders, just let them release. Front of the chest and the collarbones. The whole rib cage, the front and the back. Down the upper arm, the armpit, the elbow, and the forearm. Release the wrist and the palms, and all of the fingers. Let go of the diaphragm. Let the kidneys release. The middle back and the lower back. Along the belly and all the organs beneath the belly. The hips. Bum and all of the pelvis. Upper leg. The knees. Lower legs. The ankles. Top of the foot. The heels. The arches. Balls of the feet and the toes. Slowly come back to the body. Notice, can you feel the breath moving the body? It might be very subtle. Without changing anything, can you notice that movement? And then slowly, as you're ready, go ahead and re-embody your body. Wiggling fingers and toes. Maybe that's a big deep breath. And then let's raise one arm overhead and roll over onto your side. Take your time, no rush. And then slowly we'll find our way up to a comfortable seat. Excuse me. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you and yours are well. I know that this is such a strange and challenging time. Um, and I hope that we're able to find a little bit of ease and spaciousness. And if not that, then perhaps just some awareness of our body, our breath, and our minds or our egos. So with that, let's bring the Hands to heart center. Perhaps we dedicate this practice to all beings everywhere with the intent that all beings may be joyful and free. Hands come to the forehead and we bow down. Thank you all. Thanks for practicing and for bearing with the technical difficulties. Take care.